Okay, so one of the main procedures that you want to use when handcuffing a suspect is number one, never try to do this alone. Always try to get as many people to back you up as possible. And one of the things that you're going to use is a technique called the use of contact and cover. So, what you do is you always approach a potentially violent individual with assistance. Never go at this alone. Contact officer or team leader does all the talking and is within at least arm length distance from the subject. Cover officer is off to the side angle at about a 45-degree angle just out of sight of the suspect. Cover officer does no talking. Observing suspects' hands and scanning for possible weapons is all they should be doing. The cover officer is also checking the surrounding area that the contact officer cannot see because he's dealing with the suspect. Always keep your head on a swivel. Both officers should be in a tactical stance, which means strong foot forward, weak leg back, weapons pointed away from the suspect. Contact officer should be the one talking and doing the handcuffing of the subject. Cover officer should watch surrounding areas for possible dangers. Remember, you are a security officer and do not have the same authority as law enforcement officers. Your job is to observe and report. Just because someone is angry or even hostile towards you, it is not grounds to arrest them. Being a mad person in itself is not against the law. It is also not against the law to have a mental problem. Just because someone appears to have a mental condition, it is not automatic grounds for arrest. You should call the police first. During a violent struggle, be aware of the amount of weight you are placing on the subject during any physical confrontation. The suspect resistance can be a natural act of survival. If too much weight is placed on the suspect, this could restrict breathing, which will cause the subject to struggle and resist in order to breathe. Dealing with a combative subject, be aware of the amount of weight placed on the subject during any physical confrontation. Takedown should always be done from the rear when possible, and try to prevent subject from falling down face first while hands are secured behind their back. Do not place knee on spine or neck like what is pictured on the right. This can cause severe injury and damage to your subject and can cause your agencies or companies to be sued. So, after everything is said and done and the suspect is handcuffed, get weight off of the subject as soon as possible. If possible, sit suspect up and assess their condition. Give water if needed, and contact 911 and EMS as soon as possible. Inspect handcuffs for tightness. This should be constantly done. I'd probably say within every 5 minutes or so. You want to be checking up on it, make sure things are still safely secured. He doesn't try to wiggle his way out, and also if his health is in good condition.